DAF versus John Deere now. Our first game in the losers bracket.
Something like that. That's what Donner Kyle from Team Manitou, who is bilingual and helps out a lot during the scrimmage streams, and I believe he's even like talked with Dajnet now, the creator of like PV County and Uncharted. He's going to do some translation for like instructions for maybe some mods and the like. So
fantastic.
Yeah, Donner Kyle from the US originally, but lives in Germany now, bilingual and very helpful.
He's going to have his awesome PV Tools program out fairly quickly, which is going to make things very easy.
I know a lot of people love PV Tools, so yeah, shout out to Dajnet, who's a Twitch partner.
Yeah.
He'll be getting early access just like Alex here will be too, so starting next Friday, you'll see some of his streams. Some of the other stream team members too, I believe, will be getting it.
It's going to be it's going to be a busy day here on Twitch next Friday.
It is. We're looking forward to it, and we're looking forward to seeing not just next Friday, but in the years to come, what you guys do with FS22, because it never ceases to amaze us, the creativity that exists in this community and what people can create. And before I even knew you, Alex, your videos were very beneficial to me. Your like how-to with the landscape tool in FS19 was a godsend and a game changer for me. So.
I got to do this. I got to do this because somebody from Giants saw my videos, liked what I did, and when it was asked around the office, who should we ask to come and do this, from the guys who have applied, my name came up because of the videos I created. So I'm very, very thankful to Giants for looking at my stuff and going, we like your stuff. We want you to do this.
It's similar to me too. I have a similar story, and now look at me as well. Like Giants were crazy enough to hire me full time. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I think I had like 1,500 subscribers on YouTube at the time. I was the smallest of smallest channels.
Quantity doesn't mean quality in our eyes.
No,
and
it's very true.
It's the Giants partner program is relatively a low bar to get into, because at the end of the day, if you've just started out being a content creator, doesn't necessarily mean that your content isn't good. It just means you haven't put in the same amount of time, and so many factors come into it. Sometimes it's just a little bit of luck or timing and things like that. So Dashnet the legend. Yeah, we've got a lot of SGA team members in chat here today. They're big supporters of Ackerflöhe, as well. As I was saying earlier, these two teams intermingle a lot now and practice FSL together. And Ackerflöhe have been very receptive and helpful in teaching the North American audience how the FSL works, and are always showing up and playing games until 4 a.m. their time. And it's really fun to do those streams from my perspective, because it's really fun to see the two communities from Europe and North America connected. It's just lovely to see, because we're a worldwide game now. FarmSim22 is going to release in more countries than ever before. It's the first time we're self-publishing it, and we're publishing it and distributing it in more countries than ever before. So it's going to be an interesting release, because it's really kind of stepping into the unknown for us a bit at Giants.
So they're heading to drop their grain, so they are not going to do the 2 harvester setup. They are not. So they are not going to leave that there and get the harvesters in. What they did do was they picked up the first drop. They happened to have a harvester going past the first power-ups and picked up a bale drop. It was only a single bale, but that is still 20 points. And we've seen games won by far less than 20 points. And John Deere have stopped the AFs.
Yeah, 3-1 here.
Are they going to take advantage of that? Because we know DAF like to go in and drop everything in the harvesters. at the end. So John Deere have an opportunity here to go and score some bale points at a 3 times multiplier. But will they do it?
Hi, Jaren in Twitch chat. Hello, everyone else on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. What's going on, Scurvy? What's going on, NBC? I don't think I've said hi to you guys yet today. Good to see you all here. 9.5 minutes to go in this first of the best of 3. This is our first game in the losers bracket. It feels so weird saying losers bracket, you know, because really just by getting here, just by getting here, these teams really have, you know, shown they've been successful. They're getting prize money already just getting here. The further you advance, the higher up that amount goes, of course. But at the same time, like, it's impressive that Ackerflöhe have made it as the 16th team. You know, they had to play that mini tournament, earn the right to get here. So one of these teams will continue on and have to play Bednar in the next matchup. One of these teams, though, their tournament will be coming to an end here today.
This is the first full knockout game.
Yeah, it really is. You're correct. Chud's Clubhouse, you built a farm from the ground up and logged 4 semesters for 600 plus hours in Farm Sim 19. Was amazing. You know, man, fans of our gameplay for hundreds, thousands of hours. And with the new, like, changes we made in the feedback blog to seasonal cycles, I'm waiting to see, like, the people that are going to be crazy enough to do a full, like, 28-day months and try to do, like, 330 days in a row of content. Is anyone
I'm also
gonna
because I tend to play now, because for me start from scratch isn't extreme enough. I am gonna do a tutorial on how to start in survival mode.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah, I know you've said that, like, start from scratch is still too much money for you to start with, so you know, I look forward to that.
The real challenge is starting from nothing.
I think that's the beauty of our game, you know, and I think, like you were saying earlier, 22 is like the first time that you feel a little bit more okay without, like, any mods to start with. Of course, mods will start coming out within due time, but it's really great once the mods start coming out too, because really you can tailor the gameplay experience to be whatever you want it to be. We've got role players, we've got hardcore players that want to do, like you're explaining, like a survival type thing. And so many varieties of maps and mods in 19 and 22, I'm sure will be the same. Now we've got cross-platform multiplayer, so you can experience it with all your friends, no matter what platform they're on. And it's just going to be exciting to see what people do with it. You know, we're talking about at least 2 years and maybe a 3-year cycle again. We don't really know that yet. We know at least 2 because there is a year 2 season pass planned beyond year 1. But for now, we're just going to take each moment as it comes. We're very much looking forward to you guys having it in your hands in the very near future and seeing the reception that it gets, because it is a big step forward for us as a company and for the game as a series too. So I'm excited.
I'm just looking at people putting how many hours they've got of FS19 in, and then looking at my my Steam account and going, "Oh, is 6,388 hours too many?" Yeah,
and then I love it, man. I really do, and I was a fan of the game first, and thought these things before I was hired by Giants, but we've got one of, if not the best mod communities in all of gaming, and we've got one of, if not the best communities, full stop, in gaming.
I mean, I play.
It's just going to keep growing.
I play Farm Sim day in and day out for probably 4 hours every day. Just creating content, streaming, you know, all of that. And if the game wasn't so adaptable and wasn't so customizable, you know, that would not be possible. Whoa! That EliteKaffee getting some air
I
there.
thought for a second that he was gonna like catch those back on the fork midair. That would have been too good to be true though. But oh my, some serious. When he was like starting to go over that bridge, I was like, that bridge is gonna be too high by the time he flies over it. Whew. Wow, what's up, Billy? Good to see you.
Actually, Uncharted is a cracking map, but it's way too big for me to do on my own.
I feel like you asked me a question on your stream the other day about the year cycle of the game. Maybe it was someone else's stream. And I see that being addressed, after my comment. We don't really know what it's going to look like, but we know that like fans of the game have been receptive to it, and internally it has allowed us, the company has scaled. We have more people now, so that helps. But also having an extra year, of course, allows us to get more done. And it also, for 19's sake, it allowed modders to get creative as well and do things that maybe they wouldn't have done previously. All right, we've got our super drops here. Going back to the FSL action now. 290 to 214. Super drop is a multiplier switch.
Multiplier switch. Would be in DS favor, but I'm not sure it's worth going out there for it.
Right. The DAF space program. Well done, Tottery. Watch out, Tony Hawk. That's going to highlights. I love it. That's definitely the best thing I've seen all morning. I love it. Yeah, those moments in the FSL, like, while it may cost DAF some precious time, it's entertaining for us watching, isn't it? So we love those moments when they happen, or someone ends up in the moat or stuck on a bridge. Those are always fun to see from a commentator and spectator's perspective. What's up, Mr. T?
Hey, T, welcome along. Only 4 hours, 4,000 hours, T. I thought you'd have had more.
Well, thanks for sharing the clip there, L. Rodas, and sorry about the timeout. I assume you're trying to share the clip of that airtime there. And I will grab that and reshare it real quick. Thank you for doing that. All right, 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. John Deere in the lead, 563 to 442. Both teams even at the moment on bales. What's Kaffee doing here?
Waiting to counter. But it seems that it's not coming, so...
Yeah, there wasn't John Deere. Well, now the chance to counter is going to be coming up in the near future, but yeah, mistimed it there.
Yeah. And has reset it.
Impressive, everyone, with their hours in the game. I love it. Hello, Andy Brown, who on Facebook says a big hello from the United Kingdom. We've got Alex doing commentary from the UK with us today, aka Virtual Farmer. Love seeing how worldwide this game is. During my scrimmage streams, which we do like 7 p.m. Eastern time in North America, we get viewers from Europe and Asia, from New Zealand and Australia throughout the stream. We get viewers in from Brazil as well, and so many other places. And like I said, 22 will be distributed in more countries than ever before. So we really appreciate, like, without you guys, the game wouldn't be where it is today. You guys have helped to make it successful. And the more successful it gets, the more we can do, the more people we can hire. The U.S. office is really just still getting underway. So we'll be scaling it up at some point in the near future. Hopefully we'll have a physical office existing within the next 6 to 8 months. We'll see how that plays out. as one bale just fell off for DAF,
Yes.
and they're just not going to have enough here in this first round. I think this is just, it's really going to come down to bale count here, I think, more than anything. I'm not sure what's
Interesting
won
thing
this
with
for
this
John Deere.
game has been DAF haven't played a bad game, but John Deere have played a better one.
Pretty similar, other than the switch up of the John Deere 6120M compared to the Massey 9407 telehandler. But pretty identical setup for both teams here.
Ah, right. So the ideal combine is off to the left-hand side. And mistake from John Deere straight out the gate, and that is going to cost them the ideal combine.
Yeah, that could be huge for the Ackerflöhe. Look, I think it was Matze going for it.
Looks like DAF are going to beat John Deere to the Kuhn baler as well.
Wow,
they have.
So,
this
well,
is
a good start to the round for the Ackerflöhe at least.
Yeah, that is not a good start for John Deere.
And then lowering the header too late there too, and destroying a little bit of crop. So some mistakes out of the gate here. The winner of this matchup faces Bednar in Game 5 today, and still gives themselves a chance at making next month's quarterfinals in the Season 3 championship. So a lot is at stake here. One of these teams will go home, and Ackerflöhe have to win this round, or it's going to be them that are the first ones out.
And they're going in for a Trelleborg toss? No, they've not quite perfected that yet.
You know, sometimes,
128 points.
Yeah, I mean, 128, and like, where's John Deere at this point? They got beat to the baler, so slowed them down a little bit.
They got that big Krone baler on the back of that.
When he's messed that up. Another mistake.
Wow,
so yeah,
we have just a whole load of unforced errors straight into this second game from John Deere.
And now, like, you know, he's been able to score 106, but he's also gonna waste time where he's unhooked from the baler. He's gonna have to hook back up to it. Meanwhile, Deere is already out here and is gonna have probably 3-4 bales minimum pressed before John Deere can get back out there with their baler.
Yeah,
I do not have a count on that, T. I don't have a count on the pre-orders at this time. I'm not really sure.
I was having a look at the numbers for previous Farm Sim games on Steam, so Steam Tracker. And yeah, it's quite an interesting thing to look at. And every game has had significantly more players than the previous one.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, so DJ Merlin asks, is JD panicking or what's going on with them? I feel like, you know, at times if you make a mistake early, it can go one of two ways. You can have that affect you, and then you start making more errors because you're too nervous about, you know, what that could have potentially cost you, or you can just forget about it, put it out of your mind, and move on. And that's what, you know, the top teams at the high end of the table are able to do when they make mistakes. Giova, thank you for the feedback about the mouse arrow being on screen. I didn't even notice that. It should be fixed now.
Right.
We appreciate you guys helping us out. This is on FS19. We've had a question on YouTube. Sorry, Alex. This is FS19.
Direct delivery and silo close. There is a good opportunity for one team to disrupt the other. Close the silos and then deliver your own grain. I actually think I think John Deere are probably going to do it. I don't think it's going to make much difference. I think no, John Deere are not going that route this game.
Yeah, it had already gone the minute it was up by the time they got over there. So missed opportunity, and DAF are bringing in their grain cart now. So John Deere must be planning to bring their harvesters in and have a whole lot of grain at once to input. So if DAF are going to deliver grain now, they need to deliver bales and take advantage of this advantage while they have it. Let's see if they do, in fact, deliver grain, or if they're going to also park their grain cart at the silo.
I was just checking on what DeereJunge meant, who's a member of the DAF team. It actually means Deer Boy. So he's obviously a John Deere fan.
Up against John Deere here. I love it.
Up against John Deere. Very pleased to see that case baler and its New Holland equivalent in FS22. Those are gorgeous looking bits of kit.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
250 horsepower, though, is quite a lot.
It is quite a lot. Yeah, over 400 vehicles and machinery in the base game of FS22. And, of course, we've announced the Year 1 Season Pass, which is 3 packs of equipment with 1 large expansion that comes with a bunch of equipment and a map. So lots more still to come, and then that doesn't even count all the mods that'll be created. And I know it'll be just a short amount of time before we start seeing the first of those rolling out. And here comes Lukas now for John Deere, bringing in the Massey combine to the silo, and he's going to pull that up right next to the Horsch auger wagon. I think so, Taz. I think I've managed to knock off most questions about 22.
As tells me he's been following you around streams asking awkward questions.
He even found me in a stream that wasn't planned. It was like an impromptu. I just stopped in on Wheels' stream with SGA. They're all the time in like voice chat with each other. And I was in there and Taz came in. It's just... It's like it's like a bat signal goes up every time.
He said he found you in the stream. Couldn't remember whose stream it was he found you in. So it was Wheels.
Yes. Yeah, Taz is great. You know, he always has some questions, a lot of questions.
Taz is awesome. He's getting me a David Brown made for FS22. I am very happy.
You're excited about that. Love it. All right, under 8 minutes to go. We got bale drop and bridges lowered. It looks like they are going for the drop this time. They've gone for bale drop, John Deere, so that'll move 1 bale near the barn for them. John Deere now delivering their grain. And Matze, is he going to go back for... Oh, he's going for the Anderson loader, isn't he? Nope. He's going to have to drop that weight off the back. I do think it'll hook up, but it's a little bit awkward at times for a baler, at least. I've never tried it. He probably knows better than me, though. He might be able to hook it up to the back with the weight still on it with the Anderson loader. I've definitely tried it with a baler before, and it caused some issues. That was interesting from Lukas. Yeah.
Where's he going?
He's got a
2.2 multiplier, and he's run off.
Yeah. And, like, will he get back in time? Yeah, now Ackerflöhe flipping it back. Like, you could have scored extra points there. I don't really, I don't understand when teams do this, you know. It's easy for us to sit here at home and criticize, if you will, and question why they're not doing things and scoring points when they can, but you would like to think they know better than us. But when I see things like that, when you have your team, you have to know, unless the team's just not coordinating well, that you're delivering grain, you're getting the multiplier in your favor. And if you're at the barn with a couple of bales, and especially with the telehandler, you could have put them halfway up the belt with the telehandler and scored a couple extra points there.
Yeah. It's why I don't quite understand why direct delivery doesn't get used. You know, how incredibly disruptive would that be for you to just score a huge number of points?
Right.
Or have your multiplier just keep going up and causing the other team still journey out there and get this, you know, to go and counter your grain delivery. It's very, very weird.
Kaffee having some trouble getting the second of the bales on there, now going for the third one. This is the nice thing about these manure forks. You get it lined up right, you can pick up 3 onto the front and bring them in. As we see gerch for John Deere loading up the Anderson loader. So right now, John Deere have 2 more bales. They have the lead. DAF, EliteKaffee is bringing in 3 bales on the front here.
They just don't seem to be able to generate the bales that that John Deere are. DAF, for whatever reason. Ooh, that was very close. Nearly in the moat with that bale, and that's gonna backfire. And hey, JD man, by the way.
Ooh, Lukas.
I saw you come in.
Catching a little bit of air there on the back. Oh, a bale has ended up in the moat. That's for the blue team.
That is the one that I said was dangerous for him to not spend a little bit of time picking it up. They're gonna have to get that bale back. They've got to go down into the moat.
Ooh, 47 bale points.
47 bale points. That is a lot of bale points.
And I wonder if it's actually more for Ackerflöhe or not.
Yeah,
we only saw one side.
It's normally weighted in the favor of the team with the lower points.
Yeah, it's either based and it also is based on the multiplier too. It's hard to see. That's 47 in the distance. That would be for the blue team. So maybe it's lower than 47 for the red team. It doesn't look like anyone is going for the super drop though. Oh wait, now there's someone for the. Oh nope, they're turning back now. I thought someone for the red team was headed that direction, but I think they realized they didn't have enough time to go for it. This has just been a very strange round.
It has.
Decisions being made.
Is now in the lead as well. I know, and John Deere's back in the lead. And John Deere have a lot of bales here. But John Deere have bales.
Here in a second, John Deere in the lead here coming up soon. As soon as these two go in. And there it is. No, this is FS19. This is the Farming Simulator League Arena. This is Season 3 championships for the Farming Simulator League. Our e-sport for Farming Simulator.
2 minutes 20 on the clock. Still plenty to play for. John Deere still 70-odd points in the lead.
They've got 4 bales here, but I don't know. I haven't seen John Deere if they're ready to bring an Anderson loader in, but it looked like Ackerflöhe were pretty close to bringing one in. But did they have enough time to get them all into the top? That is the question.
Minute 50 on the clock.
Now, what I would do here if I were Ackerflöhe is maybe think about John Deere is coming in now, but you could have thought about dumping those into the bottom and going for bonus points, but it looks like they're going to unload them and try to stack them, which is probably the safer bet, to not really bet on that timing. But I don't think they can get all of these bales into the top. Matze has brought these in and does not have a stacker on the front. And then Deere has the Valtra, which doesn't have a stacker on the front. So it is down really just to Kaffee to make sure in this next minute he gets every single one of these stacked onto the belt. John Deere are trying to do the same. If John Deere gets all of their bales in via the top here, I don't think Ackerflöhe have enough. They've got 4 extra outstanding. It's not going to be enough to make up the difference. I don't believe. We'll see how it plays out. 40 seconds to go. 12 outstanding bales for DAF, the blue team. 10 outstanding for John Deere, the red team. There is a giveaway going on for Farming Simulator 22 during today's stream. Go enter on the Gleam link. If you can't hang around for the whole stream, don't worry. Gleam makes you sign up with your email. You'll get contacted via email if you win. So definitely enter. You might win FS22, which releases in 9 days.
Reigning champions are Trelleborg, but not the current Trelleborg team. Cortiba went to team until this week.
Unfortunately for our 16th seeded team, the Ackerflöhe, they've made it to this tournament, but they are our first team out. John Deere advances to play Bednar. That'll be coming up in the very next matchup. And one of those two teams, John Deere and Bednar now, who we saw face off in game 2, and Bednar came out victorious, will play each other again